Tonight, from parts unknown, we present the Brothers Gillespie Halloween Spooktacular. Here's your host, Tom Stone.
Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful to be here. It's wonderful to be here tonight. We got a wonderful show. With me, as always, is the ghost with the most, Zambini. Great Zambini's right over there. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
All right, so I had a little trouble getting here today. Did you have a little trouble getting here, Zambini?
No, I'm always here.
I had a little trouble getting here. My hearse got pulled in the carpool lane. Yeah, they said, apparently you're not supposed to pass in it. Hey, news to me. Tell that to the guy in the back. All right, what else we got? So, having a little trouble at home. I'm waking up every morning, I got a little blood on my pillow. I'm waking up, I'm saying, where the hell's this blood coming from? Turned to the missus and I said, honey, have you noticed this blood? She said, Tom, honey, I'm a vampire. I said, well, that sucks. The Invisible Man's in the news again. Have you heard about this? Have you seen this one?
The Invisible Man? I love the Invisible Man.
Who doesn't?
I mean, we get along.
The Invisible Man's in the news again. He was hit by a car for the 4th time this week. When questioned, the driver said, I didn't see him coming. Hey, clearly this is becoming an issue for him.
Clearly.
All right, well, we got a great show lined up for you. We're gonna have a fun fall cooking treat. We're gonna have the 2021 Spooky Story Contest winner. That's gonna be a hot one. I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna have a frightful Fido here to do a couple dog tricks for you. We're gonna have our safety tips for all you trick-or-treaters out there. We got a magic show with the magnificent Michael Keaton. He's in the building. And wrapping it all up, we got the Brothers Gillespie here with a single off their forthcoming album, so viewer beware, you're in for a scare. All right, let's kick it over here to our chef, see what he's got whipped up for us. It looks like quite a spread. How's it going today, Zach?
Oh, it's going great, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great. What are we making today?
Oh, well, before we get into that, like any great cooking show, let's pour a small little glass of wine to be able to cook with.
Wow, I love that. Bottoms up.
All right. We're gonna make Halloween hot dogs.
Oh, delicious.
So first, Tom, you're gonna take your tortilla.
All right.
You can go ahead and take one.
Okay, quick question.
Yes.
Why not a hot dog bun?
We didn't have any.
Okay. All right. What's next?
All right. So next, you're gonna take your hot dog. You can take it, or I can take it for you.
I'll take it.
You'll take your own dog.
Now, what kind of...
Totally understand.
These are great.
All right, and so now, next, little family secret.
Ooh.
We're gonna take some worms.
Spooky.
Take a little bit of worms. All right, and then Tom, if you don't mind grabbing a little bit of corn.
These are so good and so flavorful this time of year.
Of the candy nature, too. Such a good ingredient. Such a good ingredient. All right. And as soon as we get those in there, you are going to do it like the 60s and you're going to roll it, baby. You know? So we're going to just take it.
Okay.
We're going to roll it up.
All right.
Roll it up. And like they say in France, bon appetit.
Bon appetit. A lot of texture. A lot of texture. Hitting all the notes. Hitting all the notes. And you said this is a family?
Oh. Mammal.
Well, Mama knows what she's doing. All right. Well, that was a great, delicious Halloween fun treat you can make with ingredients in your own home. We're going to kick it back over to the studio for our next segment.
Thanks for having me, Paul.
All right. With us in the studio, we've got our 2021 short story contest winner. How's it going today?
All right, how are you?
Doing well. And who are you dressed as?
I am, what about Bob?
Fantastic. So I understand you got a short story prepared for us.
I sure do.
All right, let's get into that. Anything I can do for you?
Can we get a little mood lighting? That'd be possible. Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
All right, and anything else?
Just shut up. It was a dark October night, just like tonight. The wind rustled through the trees, still wet from a storm just past, and bit the air with an eerie whisper. A thin fog hung below the sky, shrouding the town in a haze, and the only light to guide two star-crossed lovers was that of a full and glowing moon. It was quiet. All the people of the town and all the creatures of the wild had retreated from the storm and stayed nestled and cozy in their homes. But as the storm moved further and further away, and the night still lingered, the calmness of the town began to stir once more. Glenn and Jamie were on a late-night drive. Two sweethearts escaping the town in Glenn's new car. Glenn was the quarterback of the high school football team, and Jamie, the captain of the cheerleading squad. They were making their way out past the lake and through the rock quarry, up to Lover's Lookout. In the car, they blasted the day's top hits on the town's #1 radio station and sang along at the top of their lungs as they sped past the last of the street lamps and skid around the winding curves, moving further and further into the darkness of the woods and towards the isolation and intimacy they would find at the edge of town. As they pulled into the gravel lot atop the lookout, Glenn put the car in park and lowered the dial on the radio. Well, here we are, Lover's Lookout. So, is this your first time here? He inquired with a smirk. Yeah, she responded with a giggle. I bet you come here all the time. I've been here a few times. With other girls? She asked. No. I just come here sometimes to think, clear my head. He quickly changed the subject. You can usually see the town from here, if it weren't for this fog. Just then, the two began to look around and take in their surroundings. The fog was thicker above the town, the ground still wet, the moon still glowing. A breeze whistled through the air and rattled the trees, scratching them together. It's kind of late. Maybe we should get back home. Jamie was unsettled. The quiet isolation of the lookout was proving to be more spooky than romantic. Oh, don't tell me that you're scared, Glenn said mockingly. Shut up, Jamie replied with a shove. He reached his arm out around her and pulled her closer. The two locked eyes, and for a brief moment, she felt safe. They leaned closer. Her doughy, innocent eyes, his brave, smoldering brow. They moved closer and embraced in a kiss. A peck at first. One you would give your sister, and then another, much juicier kiss. The kind of juicy kiss only two young lovers could share, full of hormones and wet with a lack of experience.
Where's this going?
I can skip ahead.
All right, okay, that'd be great.
Let's see. Just then, a buzz came over the radio.
Emergency alert! This is an emergency alert!
Hold on. Jamie pulled away. What is this? Turn it up. Glenn twisted the dial. The stern and hurried voice of a broadcaster came over the radio.
This is an emergency alert for all town residents. The police are reporting that a patient has escaped from the local mental asylum. The patient is believed to be armed and dangerous. The police are advising all citizens to stay in their homes. I repeat, stay in your homes. The patient is said to be 5'11", brown hair, skinny in stature, but he can most likely be identified by the hook in place of his right hand. If you have any knowledge of the whereabouts of this patient, please call 911.
The car went silent. Let's go, Glenn. We need to get out of here, Jamie said worryingly. Oh, what are you scared of, Jamie? It's just some schizo that wandered off from the nut house. It's nothing to worry about. You heard him, Glenn. He's dangerous, and they told us to stay inside. Now take me home. She crossed her arms and looked away. Look, The cuckoo cage is miles away from here. They'll catch him before he even gets to Old Man Cretchen's farm.
Attention! Emergency alert!
The voice came back over the radio.
This is an emergency alert. Witness reports say the patient was last seen heading towards Lover's Lookout. Please stay away from the area and get inside your homes until further notice.
Their stomachs dropped. The color left their faces. They struggled to gather any breath to speak. With the fog still blanketed over the car and the wind whistling over the hood, Glenn fumbled for his keys, but his shaky hands couldn't hold them still long enough to start the car. Jamie grabbed his wrist. There's no point, Glenn. He looked at her in bewilderment. If I'm gonna die tonight, I'm gonna die with you f***ing me like a cheap...
Okay, all right.
What?
No.
Still got 3 pages.
No.
Okay.
We're gonna go to dog tricks. Let's cut to dog tricks. All right, now we have our next performer, Matt. How's it going today, Matt?
I'm doing pretty well. I brought my pet.
Oh, this looks like a frightful 𝔢𝔢𝔢𝔢. What's this little bugger's name, huh?
Frankenstein's monster.
Ooh. All right, I understand you got a couple tricks prepared for us this evening.
Sure do. This first one's called Hurricane.
Ooh. Ooh, looks like a category 5 to me.
And the next one, Play Dead. Play Dead. Play Dead. Play
I
Dead.
think we've seen that one. All right, well, what about number 3?
It's called 7 Rings of Hell.
Ugh, spicy.
Porter. Porter. No, what? Here? No, this time? No.
Is it? I think, so we're going to go to our Halloween safety tips for all you trick-or-treaters out there. Hi, this is your designated safety officer with the Del Rio Volunteer Fire Department, and I'm here to give you a couple trick-or-treat tips this Halloween season. Number 1, all costumes, wigs, and accessories should be fire resistant. Number 2, opt for non-toxic makeup to avoid skin and eye irritation. My wife likes to use a nice water base, and it seems to work just fine. Number 3, make sure costumes and masks fit properly to avoid tripping or impairing visibility. This mainly goes for our ladies. Let's tighten it up. Number 4, wear a reflecting vest or attach reflecting tape to costumes. Don't agree with this one. I would maybe avoid that to not distract drivers that could be on the road or anyone else trick-or-treating. Number 5, stay on sidewalks and look both ways before crossing the road. Number 6, plan your route in a safe, familiar neighborhood. Well, I personally believe that the grass is greener on the other side, and maybe venture out, try something new. All right, next we have do not enter any unfamiliar houses or vehicles. Well, that's one I don't entirely agree with. Some of the best times I've had in my life was entering a house or a vehicle I'm not entirely familiar with. There was this one time I was sitting at the house one weekend just drinking, My friend Corey hits me up. He says, "What are you doing?" I said, "Hell you think I'm doing?" He said, "Bad day to be a beer." I said, "You damn right." Well, next thing I know, Corey's on my porch. And I'm like, well, what are we doing, Because I know we're getting into something. He said, "Dude, you just getting that 𝔤𝔬𝔲𝔢𝔢? And, and we'll see." I said, "All right." Dude, we burnt rubber. all down J Creek. We went to White Oak. He took me to some dusty ass trailer in White Oak. And you know, dude, I was already tore up going into that, you know. That was a time in my life where it was just like balls to the walls, you know, no holds barred. He was the same way too, so that's why we got along. But so we get up there, and I was just here, I'm walking up, I just don't, voices screaming. I'm like, what the hell we get into? I thought it was gonna be some like Project X, you know, or something, you know, some of that crazy party stuff. Well, we walk in, it's only about like 6 or 7 people. Hell, most of it's guys, but there's 3 girls there. I mean, they were gutter dogs. They weren't good looking. But hell, when you're, dude, at that time, it just doesn't matter. Just having fun, you know? And, well, anyways, you know, I'm just drinking, you know, we're just having a good time. I didn't know them, but we was having a good time. All right, and you're gonna want to plan to end and return home before 11 p.m. Well, now, where this story takes a turn, I will say, is that I'm in one of them rooms and I'm just having a ball, just talking, just jawing. And damn, I come out in that living room. Hell, I come out in that living room. Corey's damn grinding all up on this one girl, and I could tell one guy was getting pissed. I could tell. He goes outside, grabs a rock about yay big, comes in and says, I'm gonna drop this on your head. Corey's like, hell you are, you son of a bitch. Corey played tailback and he's built like a damn bowling ball, so run you over, you know what I'm saying? It never did come to blows. It was just a lot of screaming. I'm like, dude, get me the hell out of here. Get me the hell out of here. You know, I'm just trying to drink, just trying to party. Fun thing was we took the girls with us, so those boys was sire that night. I could tell. But Corey went down east to play football, and I keep up with him sometimes. You know, when I see him, I'm like, hey Corey. He's like, bad day to be a beer, you know. So man, you know, it's like, but last one, parents should check their kids' candy before eating. There's some real sickos out there, especially to our kids, and I'll leave my personal beliefs out of it, but parents, I think you know what's the war going on our kids, and I think you need to, this Halloween season, be checking that candy. So this has been the Del Rio Volunteer Fire Department with your Halloween safety tips, and we all want to wish you a happy Halloween. All right, okay, let's get to our next guest. All right, our next performer is the magnificent magician, Michael Keaton.
Thank you, Tom, for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here at the Spooktacular. I am the magnificent, magical Mike Keaton, not Michael Keaton. I am actually a classically trained illusionist rather than just a magician. Do you know the difference between an illusionist and a magician?
I do not.
Well, people need to get educated on that. It's a pleasure to be out here and sharing my art with the world. I don't get the opportunity to get out here and do it as much because the old ball and chain. All right, let's do the first trick, a little spooky trick for the Spooktacular. Let's pull a bat out of the hat. All right, so we got to think of a spooky word. How about a little bit of that hocus pocus magic right there? Let's see a bat out of the hat. Oh, that's not a bat, that's a rat. All right, seriously, a bat out of the hat. Here we go, hocus pocus. I need this. Oh, that's not the kind of bat we need. That's for the little tykes. All right, let's move on from that one. No bat. You like card tricks, Tom?
Sure.
Love a good card trick. You got a favorite magician?
Only you.
Hey, tell my wife that. All right, here we go. Gonna shuffle these up a little bit. Just kind of get that going. You know, there's an art to the shuffle. Some people just have it, some don't. Go ahead and pick a card for me, Tom. And show that card to everybody except for me. I don't care if you show it to your mama or your priest. Here we go. Give me that card back. Now I'm not looking at it. We're gonna go ahead and shuffle this up. We're shuffling these cards up because we do not want to know which card it was. All right, here we go, Tom. Was this your card?
It was not.
That was not your card. That's okay. Was this your card?
It was not.
That was not your card? All right, that's okay. Let's move back. Let's come back to that. What do we got here? How about a little bit of this? How about a little bit of this right here?
Okay. All right, we're...
All right, Tom, for my final trick of the evening, reach in your back pocket. What is that? Is this your card?
No, and we're gonna scrap this one.
Thank you for
We're gonna
having
cut.
me. We really
we're
need
gonna,
this.
We're gonna.
We really
We're gonna
need
cut this
Thank
one.
you. Thanks.
All right, and last but not least, we have our musical entertainment. We have the Brothers Gillespie here playing Not Another Love Song off their forthcoming album.
Left a shoe at the prom last night and rode home with a friend so you wouldn't see her cry. If I could only tell her how I feel, but every time I try, the words don't come out right. It's so hard being the know-it-all. It hurts me when I'm wrong, but it hurts more when you're right. If something's gonna give, now I'm running down the interstate. I couldn't hail a cab, so I'm crying in the rain. Gotta make it to a terminal to make her change her mind before she boards the plane. If something's gonna give, it'd be nice if it did now. It's a fool who waits around. It makes others wait around on him. All the dreams you said you drew me in, well, I'm hardly half the price of the man you fantasize. I just want you to be close to me, so I know that you're there, even when I close my eyes. But if you stay for me and miss your plane, there's no one else to blame, and you're dumber than my life. And if something's gonna give, it'd be nice if it did now. It's a fool who waits around. It'd be nice if it did now. It's a fool who waits around and makes others